All right, today we are talking about proportions. Proportions are two ratios that are equal. Proportions are two ratios that are equal. They are the same. Two ratios. Here's an example. I have 1/3 is the same as 2/6. I multiplied by 2, and I multiplied by 2. Now, we're going to use the same example. 1/3. But now let's say in one day, you read 3 books. En un día, ustedes leen 3 libros. And the question is, how many days, cuántos días, does it take to read 6 books? ¿Cuántos días se toma para leer 6 libros? So here's 6 books. Here are the steps. There's only 2 steps. Number 1. What is this? Number 1, we're going to cross multiply. So cross multiply to find for x. So I'm going to cross multiply 1 times 6. So here's 1 times 6 equals and then 3 times x. So let's do this. What is 1 times 6? ¿Qué es 1 por 6? Vamos a cruzar multiplicando. This is 6. And what is 3 times x? That is 3x. In my second step, I'm going to isolate for x. What is isolate? ¿Qué significa isolate? Lo quiero solo, quiero x solo. So remember, what operation am I doing here? ¿Qué operación? I am multiplying. What is the opposite of multiplying? ¿Qué es el opuesto de multiplicación? I have to divide. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. X equals, what is 6 divided by 3? ¿Qué es 6 dividido por 3? 2. So x equals 2, and my answer is now, in one day, you read 3 books. So in 2 days, I read 6 books. Very, very easy. Let's do some examples. Number 7. Remember, cross multiply. So cross multiply 5 times n equals 15 times 7. This is 5n. 15 times 7. 35. 10 equals 105. And remember, we want to isolate the variable. Remember, the variable is the letter, the variable es la letra. So I divide by 5, n equals, let's divide, 105 divided by 5. N equals 21. N es 21. Let's do it again here. 12n. 7 times 42. Let's multiply. 14. This is 28, 29. Now let's divide. Divide by 12. Zero, this is 2. Minus 12. 7 and 1, bring down the 4. Let's do 12 times 9. This is 18, 108. 66. Remember, I have to add a point and a point, and then bring down a 0. And again, it's going to be 9. And then you just keep going, nada más siguen. So keep dividing. Now for word problems, problemas de palabras, it's very easy. It says there are 90 books on 5 shelves. So 5 shelves. Remember, make a ratio, hagan sus radios. And 90 books. This is the old. Another way to do this is the old and then the new. ¿Qué es lo viejo? ¿Qué es lo nuevo? There are how many shelves? 14. Remember to always line up the same thing. Alineen lo que es igual. So shelves is with shelves. I am not going to put 14 at the bottom. No voy a poner 14 abajo porque no es igual. Books and shelves are not the same. So it has to go with the shelves and shelves. Do we know it's looking for how many books? So we don't know books. And now we just cross multiply. So this is 5x equals 14 times 90. Let's multiply. leave a space, 0, 9. 5x equals 1260. Now let's divide by 5. We want x alone, queremos el x solo. 0, 2, 5 minus 25, and then 2. X equals 252. So here it is 252 books. And that is my answer. Let me erase this. The next thing, I'm going to write old, lo viejo, and the new. It says you pay $18 for 30 text messages. Tú pagas 18 por 30 mensajes de texto. So $18. And 30 texts. It says at the same rate, how much would 12 text messages cost? So text is looking for, it tells us 12 text messages. So where does that go? ¿A dónde voy a poner eso? At the top or at the bottom? I'm going to put it at the bottom because here is text, so here has to go text. Lo pongo abajo porque aquí están los mensajes, so tiene que ir abajo. 12 text, and we're looking for how much, cuánto. Remember, cross multiply. $18 times 12 equals 30x. So let's multiply 18 times 12, 16, 3 space, 18. 216 divided by 30x. Now remember, I want to isolate for x. Quiero x solo, so I'm going to divide by 30. Divide by 30. X equals, let's divide. $30 into 2 is 0, no se puede. 30 into 21, I cannot. So let's do our times tables, nuestras tablas de 30. This is 120. This is 180. So 7 times. 7 minus 210. When it is your last number, put a point and point. Bring down a 0. This is 0. Bring down another 0. Porque no se puede. So here I put a 0 because how many times can 30 go into 60? Oh, 2 times. Minus 60. So x equals 7.2. So x is 7.2. Let me erase this. But in dollars, how much is that in dinero? It has to be $7.20. Yes, $7.20. Because we're talking about money. Estamos hablando de dinero. All right, let's do one more. Number 13. A shop produces 39 wetsuits every 2 weeks. So here's the old. Here's the new. 39 wetsuits in 2 weeks. 39 suits como trajes en 2 semanas. Equals the new. And it tells us 429 wetsuits. ¿A dónde va wetsuits? Where does it go? Does it go at the top or at the bottom? It goes on the top, va arriba, porque aquí está wetsuits. So it has to go with wetsuits. Tiene que ir donde va wetsuits. And we don't know how long. They're asking for how long, cuánto tiempo. Cross multiply. 39x equals 429 times 2. So let's multiply that. 429 times 2. This is 18. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5 and 8. 39x equals 858. Now remember, I want to isolate for x for my variable. Quiero mi variable solo, so I have to divide by 39. Divide by 39. Remember, fractions are always division. X equals, let's divide. 39 into 8 is 0. 39 into 85, let's check times 2. 2 times. Bring down the 8. 39 into 78 is 2 times. So 22. So it would take 22 weeks to make 429 wetsuits. It would take 22 weeks. Para hacer 429 trajes se tardaría 22 semanas. And this is how you do proportions. Very, very easy. Only 2 steps. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I will see you next time.